When it comes to migration, most of the migrants that arrive to Europe, they arrive, the illegal migrants of course, they arrive by boat through the Mediterranean Sea. In Australia, they also had a big problem with this, but they managed to solve it with a so-called no-way policy, that they would turn boats back around and take them back to, in this case, Indonesia, where the boats were coming from originally. In the EU, there have been some ideas. In Italy, for example, they were thinking about turning these boats back to the country they came from. Do you think that this could become a future EU policy, that these boats are taken back to Tunisia, Libya, or somewhere else?
Absolutely. If you will not do it, you will only give the money to smugglers. Look on the situation in Libya. We have satellite pictures of the Libya, and we know who is involved in immigration. Also, all these smugglers has it now. Amazing cars, the new one, Porsche, Mercedes, BMW, and others. Also, they are absolutely rich. Most richest people in Tunisia, in Libya, are involved in immigration. Also, how are to stop it? You want to have it agreement with EU. You want to have it access to EU. You want to cooperate with EU. Listen, guys, now you have it option to do something against immigration, and we will take it all the boat. Why we are sending this NGOs boat to the borders, to the Tunisia, and they bring 8 kilometers. They are 8 kilometers from the borders of Tunisia, and they bring the people from the borders 300 kilometers to Italy. What is it? Really, this is our naivety, and I have to say it's our stupidity to really do these things. So also it's present us that we are very weak, and smugglers and mafia can dictate who will come and who will not, and we have to stop it. I think that it's necessary to say that enough is enough.
When it comes to migration, there is also another direction that it's coming from. Starting in 2021 from Belarus, a lot of migrants were starting to come. These were naturally migrants that were flown into Belarus from the Middle East, from Africa, in some cases even from Cuba and other countries. And they were pushed towards the border by the Belarusian security services, towards Poland, towards Lithuania, towards Latvia. Right now, Russia started doing the same against Estonia and Finland in recent days. And when this happened in 2021, in Poland, Latvia, Lithuania, they adopted special solutions in which they conducted so-called pushbacks, that even if they found the migrant a kilometer inside their country, they took them back and they put them across the border again. In the EU, some people consider that these pushbacks are illegal because there is a right to apply for asylum, they say. However, we also remember that the European Court of Human Rights, when around 10,000 migrants entered Ceuta and Melilla in Spain from Morocco, it was considered to be a force majeure, so to say, a mass event in which pushbacks were considered to be legal by the European Court of Human Rights. Do you think that when it comes to this type of hybrid warfare, when there is a weaponized migration from a state actor like Russia or Belarus, should the normal asylum procedures be proceeded, or should there be special laws in place?
I think that we have used special laws. Also, if you are part of hybrid war, we will not take you on the board. Sorry for that, but you was used by really our traitor as a weapon, and we have to really react on the weapon. How was it? I think there is not any space for any procedure. Also, you came illegally. You was paid by Russian, by Belarus authority. They gave you all the documents and all the options to come. And I think that we have to be smart, because now Russia and especially Wagner groups, they are organized immigration. In Libya, you can see that most involved really soldiers are from Wagner groups, and they have benefits from there. Also, they are involved in Libya in many criminals act against the EU, and my view of the situation is absolutely clear. Sorry for that, but we will stop you, and we will close the borders. Sorry, this is no way. There's no way how to other behave. This is hybrid war, and in hybrid war, you have really react very strongly.
And when it comes to Russia, right now with the war between Israel and Hamas, there is less and less attention being paid to Ukraine, but the war is still going on in full swing in eastern Ukraine. Do you think that there will be continued support for Ukraine in the European Union and in America as well?
I am absolutely sure, and I am absolutely sure that we will support Ukraine. I think that Ukraine is for us very essential. If Ukraine fall down, it will fall. It will be very big danger for many states, included the Poland, Slovakia, and others. And you have to be sure that for us on the borders is better Ukraine as a brothers and sisters who are fighting for our values as a Russia, what is unpredictable and with very dangerous behavior. Also, we have to do maximum for support of Ukraine, especially in this time.
When it comes to the Hamas-Israel war, there is also some debates on how the European Union should act, for example, when it comes to humanitarian aid for Gaza. There was initially some idea that maybe they should take it back because it looks like Hamas used some of that humanitarian aid in order to facilitate their attack on October 7th, but in the end it did not happen. What position do you think that the European Union should take when it comes to the Hamas-Israel war?
I have the same opinion as many members of European Parliament. Also, if Hamas is included in government in Gaza Strip, and they have the right to decide who will receive the money from the EU, I think that it's necessary to stop it. Hamas is terrorist organization. Also, general, we will support it or not send it money, but we will support it, send it only the medical things, the medicine, or some things what are linked with hygiene. Also, this is something what we can really buy and send it to Gaza, but we will not send it there any money for reconstruction of some building or something, because Gaza is really dangerous. Hamas is a terroristic organization, and I will not pay more money for the Gaza terrorists.
If we look at the Czech Republic itself, you had elections. Maybe not recently, but it's been a bit over a year now, I believe. So you still have some time until your next election. But what would you say are the main policy issues that are being debated by the Czech public right now? What is it that concerns Czech voters the most at the moment?
There are three things. First is security. Second is economic issue. And third is the pension reform. Also, there are three things that are much more sensitive in the Czech society.
And what do you think will be your party's stance on these issues? What will they push once there is the next electoral campaign? Of course, it's a couple of years away from the national elections, but once it starts, what direction do you think your party will take on these issues? My proposal will be for my party to really have it very strong position in security and immigration. I think that it's the future, and it's something what shows us in other elections that it was the topic number one. Look on the Polish election, on Slovak election, of course Hungarian. They were really the Hungarian election very strongly linked with immigration, and look
now Netherlands and other countries also response is security.
Well, thank you very much for coming on our podcast this time. I hope that when spring arrives and the European Parliament elections will be in full swing, we will be able to discuss again and see what is happening in the electoral campaign. Thank you very much, Mr. Zdechovsky, for coming on.
Thank you very much for your kind invitation. Have a nice day.
Thank you.